the telephone number, you have the address, and you have the name of the person, and it's high quality data. And that's something I think we shouldn't forget. If we compare that to a lot of the databases and the social networks out there in the market, that data is not verified. You don't know if the name is for real, you don't know if the location is for real, you don't really know if the contact details are for real. But here again we have to figure out this highly relevant data, how can we take it to the next step, combine it also into a social networking space and a segment, and monetize it there. What we have done is look at the segment of people search. In general, about 30% of all searches that are conducted online by the big search engines are people-related searches. And this doesn't include the social networks themselves. It doesn't include also the traffic that's generated by white page directories. And as I mentioned before, the overall market, if we tie it only and base it only on the advertising, can be a $3 billion market if we figure out a way to bring together the content plus a monetization vehicle, and also relevant partners that want to share in the traffic, but also share in building up the monetization basis. What we have done is pretty much break down the different contents that we can find about a person, and also tie in relevant advertising. So our business model is to offer free service to users, so 15 million per month, and offer and tie in advertising, but also, like I said, relevant affiliates. Sorry. If you look here, this is just a general display advertising, but what is more important, especially in the directory service, here we have the possibility to mash up white page data and also transform it and have a spillover into yellow page data. And also here, since it's of course easier also to monetize, the mashup actually makes the white page search and the listing that we have there highly valuable also from a monetary standpoint. I asked before if you shopped online. Who shops at Amazon? Just about anybody. Yeah. If you hop on 123People, you also have a very easy way to find out what your wish list is. I was actually quite shocked last year when I tried the service the first time and Amazon was tied in, that there is a wish list that is publicly available. Actually, I was quite happy because I wasn't managing my wish list at all, because I knew there was some link somewhere, but I didn't know how to actually how to access it, how to manage it, and also how to add or update my wish list. So it's something you should try right afterwards. Who uses their wish list, or who manages their wish list actively? Ooh, that's like 1%. You've tried 123People already, right? If we look also at the different sections, what is relevant? If we look at the email section, it's of course quite difficult to find a valid and up-to-date email address of a person. There's databases out there, there's services out there that will help you do that, but at the same time, the quality is of course not verified as it is verifiable on the phone number section. However, what you can do here is also bring in relevant advertising. For example, if I type in a name, then I can also match that right away to an email service or domain service provider and monetize that way. The overall setting is really a mashup and a mix of different revenues. If referring back to Nicholas half an hour ago, he was saying that the incremental revenues is really what we have to look at. And I can only support that we look at the entire traffic and the entire content that we have, and we have to break it down. And then monetize throughout the entire application flow or the user flow while he's actually interacting with the service. And that's what I call multi-level monetization. I'm sure you've heard of multi-level marketing, like Amway, for example, or so, who have built several tiers for distribution of their products, and they share the profits or the revenues or commission amongst an entire group that is actually distributing the products, I'm sorry. But the multi-level monetization really goes in the direction that we say, okay, we have a data set, we have people-related information, we know that there's a high demand for people-related information because there's a lot of searches conducted every day, and we also know that that you cannot just monetize that one search. You cannot just monetize that one click. You cannot monetize just that one view of the data. What you have to do is embed the different affiliate services. You have to embed the different monetization possibilities in order to have a combined monetization for that search overall. Of course, everybody knows Google Maps and also the live maps. If we looking at this, it's quite clear. If you take the phone numbers, you click on it, you can actually, when you have an address, you can map it to a mapping service. And here, what is quite interesting is that, okay, I might be looking for a friend of mine who lives here in Barcelona that I went to school with, but what might also be interesting, what are the restaurants around that location? What is the candy store? What are the shops that are around there? And bring in relevant advertisers or the shop advertisers and tie it into the maps directly.